All right. So I came across this game a couple of days ago, and I'm pretty excited, right? And I'm very excited, and the reason why I'm very excited is because back in the day on the PlayStation 1, there was a very unique fighting game series called Bushido Blade that came out. Now, I think there's a game on Steam you can play called Hellish Court, but it looks alright. Like I don't think I own it yet. But it's, how do I put it? Well, it's not really the visual style I was after. All right. Now, Grindstone are the developer of Die by the Blade. Okay. Now, Bushido Blade was a one-hit kill fighting game. You could move in 3D, and you could kill someone in one hit, right? And so when I saw this game a couple of days ago, I reached out to the developers. Man, I'd love to interview you. That might be happening, maybe. It'd be pretty cool to be able to talk to them, because like Bushido Blade was one of my favorite fighting games of all time because of the you didn't have a health bar to be able to rely on to be able to get you through a fight, right? You literally had no health bar, and you just had to, it was all timing and trying to psych out your opponent. You could do things like throw dirt. You could actually throw your weapon, and some weapons that you could throw actually would impale them. So if you threw like a katana, it would kill them. If you had like a stick or something, it wouldn't, but it would sort of like stumble them back. You could also maim them, so you could actually like hit their leg or their arm and that would render it useless, so they were less efficient using their weapon or moving around. And they could also use the environment too, so some stages you'd have like tombstones that you could sort of move in between, so if they try and hit you, they'd hit the tombstone first, or if they were against the wall, when they go to swing, it would hit the wall, stuff like that. So when I see something like Die by the Blade, right, I'm seeing like 100%, that game coming back. Like I don't know if we'll get it 100%. Like it's 100% coming back in that style of a fight, like one hit kill. But I don't know if we'll ever get to that point of Bushido Blades, because you could also multi-traversal, the stages as well. Now there is a Steam page for this, so you can go wishlist it as well. It's also developed, so hang on, there's a couple of developers here actually. We've got Triple Hill Interactive, Grindstone of course, and Toko Midori Games. Right. So we've got 3 developers in there, published by Quali. And one of the reasons why I like this game so much is that it's actually set in like a cyberpunk world, right? So it actually has this cyberpunk feel to it, which is very cool. And from certain interviews and stuff that I've already seen so far, that it looks like that there's no focus on the character itself, but rather on the weapon. So it appears, I think, unless I'm wrong, that every character can use every weapon, and that way, there's no sort of, oh well, this person is going to be better with this, with this weapon or not. In saying that though, like, what would be the point of having just like different characters? I suppose. Well, you have different characters, I suppose, but like, because the focus is on the weapon and not on the character, right? I mean, obviously, characters you go through and you select, and that's how they visually look and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if each character will have different stats in terms of like, do they move a little bit faster, right? Are they does their dodge roll? Do they have more dodge rolls, sort of things? So I don't know sort of what like intricacies is going to be with the characters if the focus is on the weapons. Now, just like Bushido Blade 2, it also looks like you do have that ability to choose different like weapon stances as well. And the good thing about this sort of game too is that they can continually just add weapons over time. I'm assuming it could be one of their goals, because that way then they could mix it up, right? With different types of weapons. They might add inside, nunchuck, kama, tonfa, bow staff, handbow, you know, 3-sectional staff, Kasudagama. You know, they could add in a whole bunch of weapons over time, which would just make it incredible. So, like I said, I reached out to these guys, and I'm hopeful that I can get an interview for Down Back to Blockcast, and have a chat to them about this amazing looking game. But not just the actual, like, the fight itself, like the, you know, how you fight in the game. It's also the cyberpunk setting, and it really suits it. Like it really does suit this sort of game to have it in that cyberpunk setting. So like I said, you can go over to the Steam page. It does say it's coming this year, so that's pretty good. This game has been in development, I think. I think maybe could be going back 2018 possibly, or something like that. I'm not sure. Right, so it's been around for a while now, and obviously for something like this, you want to make sure that you do it 100% right. Now there is, like, I think there's like a story mode as well. For those that have played The Crypt in Mortal Kombat 11, where you play with your character in like that third person running around view, I think it's kind of like that, which is groovy. So it'll be cool to see, like, you know, what the go is with that. I don't know. I'm assuming there'll be unlockables and things like that. But hopefully, if I can get this interview with these guys, they seem really cool. I can pick their brains, because coming from the pedigree of Bushido Blade in my head and how much I played it, I'm very curious about, like, you know, where we're going, like, with this sort of game. And it looks like it's coming to everything. It looks like it's coming to, it's obviously on Steam, PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox, and Switch. So it's going everywhere, which is really nice too. I'm assuming there'll be crossplay. I'm assuming, could be wrong, but I think that, you know, crossplays, at least for games where there is a you know, there is a persistent control method, like controller, having crossplay especially, you know, makes absolutely sense, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to know, like, can we dismember? You know, will there be environmental factors involved? Not sure. Like, if they go into like an esports type thing, then going down that road, environmental stuff may not be part of a combat arena, because of, you know, like, you know, not like, I loved it in Bushido Blade, but, you know, competitively it probably pissed people off, you know, even though it's fun, like, but I remember having fights that would last like 2 seconds in Bushido Blade. Bushido Blade 2 actually was the superior one. You know, you get a sequel, it's actually worse, but it was actually better. And you can unlock characters and stuff as well, which is fantastic. So I don't know if there'll be, like, you know, I don't know if the environment will play a big part. Obviously, you can see in the trailer here, there's a lot of room, you know, which is really good. And I don't know if we'll have like throwing weapons, you know, anything like that, or it's simply just based on the weapon itself. But it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really interesting. I can't wait to actually get this game, because it really sort of it you know, it's got that, you know, samurai-esque ninja feel, cyberpunk, you know, one hit kill type. So it's kind of scratching all the bits on my back that are itchy. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, catch you next time. See you.